Alright, Disguiser, here we go. So, we have Kitten with guns. Let's get a fake roll set up. 8. You all suck. That's not very nice. Okay, so we have 4 Mafia. This is Chaos all any. 5 is claiming that 8 is Veteran. I'm not sure how they figured that. And so am I. Of course you're not. Veteran is a unique rule. So at this point, Disguiser, basically what this role does is it disguises a Mafia member as a non-Mafia member after to alter their identity. At this point, there was a Veteran claim, so disguising anyone might not be worth it, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to go ahead and make a fake will as a doctor, and hopefully that works out for us. I'm going to say that I healed 10, and I'm going to set up a roll list and move the Mafia from it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 13, 14, 15. It's okay to not perform your ability sometimes when you're playing Mafia, depending on what you have, right? Sometimes you have to play it smart. If there's a Veteran and I visit them, then I'm gone. You lose it off your number. It's not worth the chances of a Sheriff or Investigator picking the same target you pick. So we lost 5. Looks like 5 was Investigator, and they're looking at 13. So in that situation, they died, so it doesn't matter. But if they lived and they looked at 13, and I decided to disguise 13, it might have been a good thing. Or it could have been bad. But they're gone, so it doesn't really matter. Or better yet, you can even disguise yourself. So we lost 1. 1 was actually... Was 1 a Veteran? No, serial killer. They got killed by Veteran. Awesome. Wow. Yeah, good job, Veteran. So 14 immediately says 11 is suspicious. I am 11. It's a good thing I had that will ready. I'm going to say 14 is X, Executioner, Claim, and hopefully that will protect me. So 9 says there's Spy. 9 is actually Blackmailer. So, you know, when you're Mafia, Spy is one of the easiest claims that you can make to protect yourself. And I'm saying, okay, Lynch 14. 14 is Executioner. Now 14 is obviously Executioner, Claim. Looks like 4 leaves. I don't have 4 anymore. So I'm really sweating it because they might just decide to lynch me right now because the Sheriff immediately found me. Usually what happens is that Sheriff claim is a good Executioner attempt. And I have a couple videos where I do something like that as Executioner and get them lynched. Usually Mafia will vote with whoever does that, but what I'm doing right now is I'm claiming their Executioner, and we voted them up for it. And basically, if we lynch 14 right now, that kind of confirms that I'm evil. But at least I take one person out, right? At least we get rid of the Sheriff. So it's kind of 1 for 1. So I'm just going to push 100% Executioner guilty, just to at least get rid of a Sheriff, so I take somebody with me and I don't just die. Day 2. 1 for 1 never works. Exactly. I don't care if it works. It works better for me, actually. So now 14 saying up, 11 after. They're suspicious. Dude, I've been framed. I'm going to get ready to say that. Because it's possible that I was framed if I wasn't actually a doctor. That is what a framer does. So hopefully people will believe that, or at least it will confuse some players. Because really, when you're Mafia, you want to spread as much confusing information as you can without looking too guilty. Right now, I have a giant target on my head. So if there's a town killing or a jailer, if there's a jailer, they're probably going to jail me. Looks like there's not a jailer, or that jailed someone else. So now they're saying kill 15. I'm gonna just keep my will going since there's such a big target on me. I'm sure a lot of town members are looking at me. So 13 is gonna frame 10, kill 15. Now I'm gonna disguise myself as 4. 4 left the game. A lot of people don't realize that when someone leaves the game, Mafia can use them. So if you ever get a forger roll and you're Mafia and someone leaves the game, you can forge them, and a lot of people don't realize you can forge them into like a Mafia member, and people won't even think it's a forged person. Oh wow, okay, what's going on with that? So I was attacked, but someone fought off my attacker, so it looks like a bodyguard protected me last night, which is crazy. You wouldn't expect that normally. But they must really believe that I'm sheriff and that I was framed. They must have really bought into it. Okay, so it looks like werewolf might have attacked me, and the bodyguard defended me. Let's see if that's what happened. So 10 was the bodyguard. I lost 2. 2 is probably the person. Oh, okay, 2 was killed by a veteran. So they visited a veteran. And their investigator. It looks like they looked at 12. And I got 12 roll. And 12 is mafioso. And so 15 had to have been the person that attacked me. Yep, they were killed by the bodyguard. And they're claiming sheriff, and that's obviously not correct because bodyguard can't kill sheriff. They're werewolf. Wow. Okay, so it looks like bodyguard took out the werewolf. I mean, that is good for town, and that's also good for mafia. But it's really good for me because I would have died if they didn't do that. So thanks, bodyguard, for saving my life. Much appreciated. Okay, so 7 is claiming sheriff. It looks like they looked at night 1, and then they looked at 2, night 2, and they said they were innocent. I'm going to keep going with my Dr. Will. Hopefully more people buy into that. That's up 8. They are 100% mafia. So let's push somebody else. Let's get people looking at other people. You know, 8 was saying, so let's hang 11 or 12. 8 is veteran, so let's write that down. 8 is veteran. 8 is a mafia, or veteran is a mafia claim. Up them. Let's get rid of the veteran. Veteran is what could hurt the mafia the most. At this point, it's 4 for 4, 4 versus 4, and that's probably the only reason I'm still alive and I wasn't immediately lynched. So mafia, as soon as we get this person, we have vote majority, as long as no one takes out any more mafia. And there's 3, 6, 7, 8 left. 8 is about to probably die. Now that we have them up, we have a majority to get them down. As long as every mafia member votes guilty, then we'll get them. There's no way town can get them back up unless someone abstains. We know you are mafia, don't fight it. Let's do a little bit of trolling. They don't have a will. That's always a good thing to say, especially if you know that they're good. Okay, there's their will, but it was too slow. As soon as you get voted up, you want to leak that will. And a lot of times mafia will be spamming under it to try to hide it, to confuse more people. So if they do that, you just gotta follow with them and say, no, this is my will. Obviously spamming is bad in a game, but sometimes you gotta post your will more than once. There's nothing that veteran could really do at this point. Like I said, mafia had the 4 votes versus the 3 votes that would have made him innocent. So as long as we all voted guilty, which we did, there's no way they could have gone back down. I say kill 6 maybe. What a good turnout. That really was a good turnout for us. You know, I was immediately discovered, and it was just me pushing that sheriff. A lot of times when you start these games and the sheriff gets a result instantly, people just think they're executioner. When they are actually executioner, mafia will usually, not always, usually vote with that executioner because they want that executioner to win. Yeah, thank God the bodyguard killed werewolf. If that didn't happen, then there's a good chance this game would have gone on a lot longer. It's only night 3, and we've already won, basically. Unless there's some surprise at the end that wipes us out tonight. Yeah, there's no need to frame. At this point, when we have majority, there's no need to use any other roles besides the killing role. You never know, there might be an arsonist. If you visit that arsonist is going to douse you, and if they ignite, then you're dead. So that's one of the ways that we could have lost there. It looks like 13 was actually killed by a serial killer. So we do have a second serial killer. We still have majority votes from what we still have majority votes because we took out the sheriff. We took out 7. So we're still in a good place. Ideally, we lynch the serial killer at this point. It's either 3 or 6. Who do we think serial killer is? and you can kind of look through all the wills. It's so early in the game still. It's only day 4, so there's probably not going to be very useful rolls to find the serial killer, but there might be something. And then 12 comes out and says, okay, jig is up, serial killer, which one of you is it? So 6 voted up veteran, so that's a good hint that 6 might actually be serial killer and not Town. So maybe 6 is a good person to go for. Let's take a look to see what they've said. 8 is veteran, okay, but didn't you vote him up? Y'all not read wills? Oh, maybe he didn't vote him up. To invest 2 sheriffs, never mind. Okay, let's go for 3 then. Let's push 3. 3 might actually be the serial killer this time. Either way, we should be fine. But we definitely need to get somebody up this turn and lynch somebody. You know, okay, I can't be serial killer, I'm witch. So 3 is claiming witch. Post will. If they're a witch, you know, mafia does one with witch, so they could be saved if they actually are. If they don't have a will, this is why you have a will if you're a witch, to prove yourself. And immediately, if you find a mafia member or you suspect a mafia member and you are a witch, message them and work with them, or this is going to end up happening. I don't know if 3 is witch or serial killer at this point. It doesn't really matter. If we do let them live and go for 6, it is kind of a risk there, but either way, I'm pretty sure the turnout would be the same. So 3 is saying they're bad at this game. You know, a lot of new players have a lot of difficulty getting into this game. A lot of people play Among Us and enjoy that game. This is kind of like it, but it's a lot more complicated. There are a lot more roles, and it's very investigating. You have to do a lot more investigating, a lot of fine print stuff. So 3 was a witch, unfortunately, which means that 6 is going to take out one of us, but we're still going to have the numbers to vote them. So that's unfortunate for 3. I really wish I could have talked to them, like, hey, check out one of my witch videos. I can show you how to do it. I can show you how to get a good witch win. Witch is one of my favorite rules. It really is, especially whenever you get lucky with it. If you find mafia, you're gonna have a good game as witch. You're gonna enjoy the win. It really is a fun role to play. I'm gonna do a little bit of shameless plug in right there. It's not really gonna see the light of day unless I die. Oh, okay, serial killer did take me out, so they're a little bit mad about that. I was really kind of an obvious choice from day 2. I was kind of confirmed mafia day 2, and surviving was only because we had the numbers. Having the numbers is the only thing that kept me alive. That and a little bit of luck, I think, on my part. Some charisma. I had some good charisma rolls that game, I think. No, 9 is not AFK. Yeah, I don't think 9 is AFK. I think they talked last night, didn't they? They didn't talk last night, but they talked the night before, okay. Yep. Okay, so at this point, everything's out of my control, but it's really obvious what's going to happen. 6 is serial killer, 9 is blackmailer, and 12 is mafioso. So 9 and 12 are both not AFK, so they're going to be able to get 6 up on the stand, and this game should end at that point. 15 saying the least deserved win. So I think that what they're talking about is a bodyguard that defended me. The game before this, the same player was in the same username, at least. I played with the same person. I think they just believed what I had to say about Sheriff. And if you really look into the situation, they defended me against Werewolf, which helped both Mafia and Town. So it's definitely, I know for a fact it doesn't meet the actual requirements for a ban or anything like that. Again, I'm going to suggest anyone that's new to this game, go check out the trial system, go to Blanket Media and log into their forums and search there for the trial system. If you have enough games played, you can learn a lot more about the rules, and you can see some of the actual reports filed against players, and you can judge them. The report system in Town of Salem is very interesting. I like how they do it. You can learn a lot about the rules by going through that trial system. Yeah, they killed the werewolf, so it's not throwing. It did help town. Yeah. Alright, so 6 is gone. Game should be over. Yep, Mafia wins. Alright guys, thanks for joining me. Check out some of my other channel, or some of my other videos. I do stream on Twitch now, so check me out. You can search up Kids with Guns. Yep, till next time, like and subscribe.